Alrighty. Not going to be a super long one today, but I want to get some work done. Figured I get back on with this other live stream show I do, and hopefully we'll have some actual shows to show soon. But I need music for this opening, and I still don't know what it's going to be. I'll hop in general so I can have guests if they so choose, although this probably isn't going to be the best stream for guests. But they're welcome to come if they're willing to follow my rules. But welcome to the behind the scenes stream where I just work on shit. And honestly, it's not even illustrations today, so it's gonna be a lot of like cutting. Not even cutting. Audio's cut. It's gonna be a lot of putting in footage. But I need music, and I still don't know what music to use because most of the thing that I'm covering doesn't really have music covered all that well. Um, so let's see. What do I have that I could use here? Let's see. We got a lot of background music. But is any of it any good for this? I don't know if any of this actually matches the tone that I want. Would be some Synecdoche, New York? I don't think so, but we can listen to it. There's almost definitely a place where I could use that, but it's not here. Uh, definitely not that. What the fuck is this? I don't even recognize this one by name. No. It's definitely Kevin McAleod based off. No, maybe not. Maybe that's actually. Yeah, no, that's something from Newgrounds. I don't want to. The issue of having so much Newgrounds music on here is I don't know if I actually like read what their fucking license was. So I'd have to track them down and make sure they're okay with it. I don't know. God, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. What is departure? No. Maybe I could use this for my dialogue starts. It's literally fucking old RuneScape music, but it's called Start. Oh man, maybe that would be good music for the fucking Okay, yeah, it might be good for the Caleb section, because RuneScape just strikes me as something that he would spend time doing back then, and I don't have music for that. I might use fucking RuneScape music for the first film discussion.
The hero's journey.
And the track is called Start, which I also
AKA
like.
My Life.
That's loud.
AKA The Caleb Johnston Story, I'm Caleb, yes, that's the title, started the year off with a successful launch. The film was released on January 26th, so things are looking pretty good so far.
That's so much shit to go through still. And I'm promising this video in 10 days. Oh, I gotta make the poster too. Hey, Eric Games, welcome. Let me see here. Okay, I actually need to do the promo poster before I do anything else. I'm gonna open that up. This movie and try to find a line from it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 3 meals. Yeah.
What time is checkout?
Did you check my music? If so, was it good? And what should I improve? Not yet. I promise I will though. And I'll let you know what I think. I will say, in terms of giving like more constructive feedback, I might not be the best person to ask. I don't know a lot about making music, but but I'll let you know what I think of it. Yeah, so this is kind of a more boring stream. This is kind of just me working on videos for this channel. And I've got a big one that's coming out in 10 days.
I think it's at like
But I'm kind of just using the stream as a motivator to like actually get work done.
12 or 1 tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a beer.
I'm not sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
But like weird quiet?
Yeah. Like one or 2 word answers.
Okay. Like not hungover, just
Maybe both.
yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to him, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a line I can use from this scene.
Kid. I never imagined my life past this point.
I never imagined my life past this point might be fine, actually.
Like all the
Max,
cool stuff I thought that was gonna happen
yeah,
to me
I might just need a little extension.
was gonna happen
The presentation.
in my 20s.
Like a week or something.
I just never had anything after 30.
Tomorrow seems a little soon.
Neat.
My parents were married in their 20s. I'm still single.
I feel like you'll find a girlfriend whenever you want, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one thing. I can like feel myself rotting now.
I can feel myself rotten is also not a bad line. Because this just needs to be an out of context poster.
And then, you know, I've got to give up all these things, I feel like.
No, it's cool.
No, it's
cool decoration.
It's childish. It's something from like my childhood. It's
No, I think it's cool though.
The party was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like a lot of like famous authors and stuff. They have their big bestseller when they're like 40 or 50. So you know, like
I'll just write the great American novel then.
yeah. And there's always opportunity, I guess. I don't know. I'll keep cleaning up.
Might use one of those lines. I might. This is the scene where he initially talks about the text as the title of this film suggests. So we'll see what that's about. Bro just pulled a Dork Lee Sonic. Huh, neat.
If like Airbnb offered a promotion where like you could like waive the cleaning fee, but you have to clean the whole house and even like down to the very bottom, would you do it?
So you stay there for free?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, the
Oh.
cleaning fee is free.
Oh. I guess. Yeah, I mean, cleaning doesn't really bother me, so yeah.
Can I
What's up?
can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
It's kind of private or
Oh.
like intense, I guess.
Oh no. Is everything okay?
Let me see.
Something happened? Or? So,
That'll work. All right. Okay. 48 hours then. That's perfect. All right. Fine. Great. Okay. I can't talk. I gotta go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Hello.
Hey. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
What's this?
I'm not,
It's
I'm not finished. Hold on. Sorry.
it's nothing. Or it's a
Just
text.
Ted's phone?
Yeah.
You sent this last night?
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, okay.
You sent this last night?
Yeah.
Were you like really fucked up?
It must have been.
Yeah, everyone
Jeez.
was.
That
I
is
don't get why that's like.
quite the message.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I just like you must have been pretty hammered if you sent this.
Mm.
I'm pretty hammered if you sent this works.
Okay, I just like you must have been pretty hammered if you sent this.
Mm.
There's another part I feel I could take from. Let me write it. They write it out on a whiteboard. What up, bitch? That could be it. I'm gonna do that. That's the most fitting line, honestly. What up, bitch? I was born visible, but now I'm transparent. My pronouns are who, where. Sure. Notepad. I'm gonna jot that down. I gotta get the exact number of eyes down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, now we're gonna change our window to Photoshop. I gotta go, my friends here. See ya. Have a good night. Alright. Why are you doing this? Fuck off. Barely finished with my classes and making the commute home. Greetings there. Hey, how you doing, Kimba-san? Oh. Make that a little bigger. Get a little smaller, actually. Get them fully in frame. There we go. All right. That works. Your mic sounds a bit funky, like very quiet. I'm using a built-in mic. Am I like impossible to hear right now? The reason I'm doing a built-in mic is because I only have so many outlets on my computer, and I need my hard drive plugged in for today. But I can try getting closer, speaking up a bit. Whew. That's done. You sound muffled, like you're speaking through a wall. Dang. Let me listen to that, actually. Get a little smaller, actually. Get 'em like impossible to hear right now. I mean, that's okay. That's a kind of what I expected to sound like. Yeah, the built-in mic's not very good, but it's just kind of what I got for this. I can try turning it up a bit, but I definitely don't want to go too far or it's just gonna start picking up a lot of noise that we don't want. But we'll put it up a tiny bit, make me a little louder. That should be fine. But yeah, it's definitely going to be more muffled today. I'll find a solution to this. I can get an add-on to plug more stuff on. All right, I'm gonna make these posts real quick, and then I am going to just edit this video. I'm still trying to think of like a song I want to use for the open and like something instrumental. Maybe I don't need any music for the opening, actually. No, for parts of the opening I do at least. I'm having a really hard time, though. I'm having a really hard time thinking of what to put in there. Alright, posted that. Posted the Blue Sky, too. Alright. I'm probably overhyping this video with these fucking promos, but hey. Started it, now I gotta be consistent with it. Alright. Back to Premiere. See, we got all of this fucking space to fill out. The good news is the hardest part of this video is over, and now it's really just about getting footage. And I have literally all of the footage I need in the timeline already. Might have to occasionally go and screenshot something. I almost wonder if I could just use... I don't know. I can try it, but
Subscribe for weekly short film. Subscribe for weekly short films. For many years now, just about all my videos have ended with this title card, and for many years that's been the promise, a weekly film that I post on my YouTube. So I've actually done 434 films in that time, and among these 434 films are 12 feature-length films that I've released.
you know what? I might not need any music for Joel talking here, but I can bring it in over here. And this music's fit in because it's at least one of the scores from these films we're talking about in the video. But it is also... It is also just a specific film. It's one of the only films where, like, only two, like, I think 2 of these movies had a soundtrack released. So it's very hard to pull music from the actual films. Let's watch this opening with just the music here, though.
Subscribe for weekly short films.
Might even trim this opening down a bit.
For many years now, just about all my videos have ended with this title card, and for many years...
Like, I want to open this video letting Joel himself explain what the project I'm covering is for this video, but, like, this goes on for a minute and, like, over a minute and 30 seconds, and that's probably too much time to not even have, like, my own narration in.
Subscribe for weekly short films. For many years now, just about all my videos have ended with this title card.
Maybe I can cut this.
And for many years, that's been the promise, a weekly film.
Yeah, I think that should stay.
That I post on my YouTube. So I've actually done 434 films in that time, and among these 434 films are 12 feature-length films that I've released onto my YouTube channel. Some people know this, some people don't, but I make feature-length films. And amongst them is the work that I'm absolutely the most proud of in this world. The more I reflect on my feature-length films, the more I realize they're the work that invigorated me the most. Challenged me the most, spoke the most honestly to what I was feeling at the time, and just all around was the richest stuff I've made. With that said, I've made the incredibly hard choice in 2024 to stop the weekly shorts. For the first time in nearly 5 years, I am bringing them to an end. Simply put, they are no longer challenging.
I think I can cut this out too, because I think it's better to just keep him talking about the features than the shorts.
Me. I know I can get a short out every week. I know I can make something I'm proud of, that's funny, that me and my friends laugh at, that I laugh at. And at the end of the day, I could do that till the day I die, but I want to leave behind a little more than that personally.
Okay. Yeah, I can. That's. I like that, but it's not really needed for this video.
Stop the weekly shorts. But when I got this next idea, I realized I had to stop the weekly shorts. But when I got this next idea, I realized I had to do. With that said, I've made the incredibly hard choice in 2024 to stop the weekly shorts. When I got this next idea.
Bad cut.
When I got this next idea, I realized I had to do it, and I realized that because I couldn't stop thinking about this idea for months and months. No matter how crazy it was, I couldn't get it out of my head. So in 2024, I am going to make 12 feature-length films in 12 months.
Joel Haver is a YouTuber slash filmmaker who over the last few years has become one of my favorite people on this platform.
This part is already edited. Just gonna adjust the music.
People on this platform. Initially, he was just a
bring that down to a negative 15.
Guy who made skits that I found funny, and eventually he grew into one of the most inspiring people on this website. Not just with his work, but with his words and his views on film. He has a very anti-Hollywood and do-it-yourself approach to filmmaking, and I think that's a mindset more people should embrace.
The industry operates on similar principles as the American dream. It's this idea, one day you'll get to make your movie. Oh, you just be a grunt and work.
I think I need to turn down even more
As
when
the
that
American
starts.
dream. It's this idea,
Just start
one day
down.
you'll get to make your movie. Oh, you just be a grunt and work your ass off and be a PA and be a be everything, camera assistant, be all this horrible stuff that, you know, you're just a grunt for them. And you know, one day you'll get to make your movie. You shake enough hands, you talk to enough people, you'll get to make your movie. How great is that? And then you get these people who are in that system and they got a screenplay they've written, and you know, they just, like, for 10 years they got this screenplay that no one wants anything to do with, because once again the system has no space for them. The system is not designed to accommodate you. It's designed to use you and abuse you in order to funnel their movies into distributors and get the money that they want. The alternative is, you got a camera, you got any way to record audio. Maybe you don't even need an audio source. Make a silent film. You can make a movie right now.
I discovered his channel that
I feel like that's too long too. I mean, I think it's again hard to find what I want to cut, because I think everything he's saying there is interesting, but I don't think it's good to leave him talking for like a whole fucking minute and 30 seconds, because at that point, why are you even watching my video?
The industry operates on similar principles as the American dream. It's this idea, one day you'll get to make your movie. Oh, you just be a grunt and work your ass off and be a PA and be a everything, camera assistant, be all this horrible stuff that, you know, you're just a grunt for them. And you know, one day you'll get to make your movie. You shake enough hands, you talk to enough people, you'll get to make your movie. How great is that? And then you get these people who are in that system and they got a screen.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, trying to trim this
What's
part down.
poppin', pussies?
Hold on, I'm listening.
Screenplay they've written, and you know, they just, like, for 10 years they got this screenplay that no one wants anything to do with. Get to make your movie. Like, for 10 years they got this screenplay that no one wants anything to do with, because once again the system has no space for them. The system is not designed to accommodate you. It's designed to use you and abuse you in order to funnel their movies into distributors and get the money that they want. The alternative is use you in order to
Right.
use you and abuse you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put these all together and see if it's cohesive of what I trimmed from it. I'm not sure if it's going to be.
mindset more people should embrace.
The industry operates on similar principles as the American dream. It's this idea, one day you'll get to make your movie. Oh, you just be a grunt and work your ass off and be a PA, and you know, one day you'll get to make your movie. You shake enough hands, you talk to enough people, you'll get to make your movie. Like, for 10 years.
Wait, this is the fucking same track. It's Good Morning God. And that's... I used fucking Good Morning God as the opening track twice. I can't do that. What is this here? Why is this one's level so much higher?
Oh, Christ.
And thank you, Premiere, for not pausing when I told you to pause. I always love it when you do that. Why is that?
Michael can hear us.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm doing, like I said, is audio editing for this one, so it's a little harder, but
I just said hi. I just was wondering if you heard or not.
I gotcha. What the fuck? Um, what? How the fuck did that happen?
Would be what changed that.
Yeah, okay, got rid of a fucking clip. That's what happened. Fuck you, Premiere. Go fuck yourself. You just made everything fucking harder.
I'm already getting a super spicy one, but I'd like one that's a little more middle of the road.
Okay.
Buffalo's fine if you want. Wait, didn't you already get that?
Oh, fucking stop.
So how's the editing going?
Fine, but I'm having my biggest issue is just finding music I want to put in this video. I'm having like a very hard time because out of all 12 of the films, 2 of them had a soundtrack release. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? I'm gonna play RuneScape music for the first one. Because the main character in that strikes me as someone who would spend countless hours playing RuneScape.
Only 2 of them have a soundtrack released, or?
Only 2 of them, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, My Beautiful Creatures, and It Just Takes Time both had their soundtracks released by their composers, but no one else wanted to do it. Not even those composers. Those same composers did 2 of the other movies, so...
I mean, give it time. They might not want to release it, so...
Alright, I'm gonna listen to this part again. I just trimmed this section, and that's what adjusted a lot here.
I mean, screw what I said. You really can't give it time, can you?
Yeah, no. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just have to find workarounds.
The industry operates on similar principles as the American dream.
And I'll probably go with video game music because it's just less likely to get hit, so...
It's this idea, one day you'll get to make your movie. Oh, you just be a grunt and work your ass off and be a PA and, you know, one day you'll get to make your movie. You shake enough hands, you talk to enough people, you'll get to make your movie. Like, for 10 years they got this screenplay that no one wants anything to do with because, once again, the system has no space for them. The system is not designed to accommodate you, it's designed to use you and abuse you. The alternative is you got a camera, you got any way to record audio. Maybe you don't even need an audio source. Make a silent film. You can make a movie right now.
I discovered his channel.
I might be able to cut more there, too. I don't know if I need all of the...
You got a camera.
You got a camera, you can make a movie right now. That's probably all I need to make that point. I don't want to... part of me kind of hates trimming down what he's saying because I think it's valuable, but another part of me is like, I can't just let Joel talk for like 2 minutes uninterrupted in my video. Otherwise, it's like I should just link the video I'm describing instead of play it.
Nugget, what the fuck is wrong with you? The door is open.
Alright, that should be fine then.
Now.
I discovered his channel the same way most people probably discovered his channel.
No! Prison can hold me! adventure awaits!
Although that might not.
Well, I need to actually kind of cue the music away for a bit. Actually, I probably could just cut the music here. Because I play a lot of clips here.
Although that might not even be his most popular appearance anymore.
What, dude? You have your problems too. Like,
I got my problem. Okay, get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Joel's work has a lot of range to it. His films can vary from being very jokey shitpost movies.
Hey, Stanley.
Oh, Mr. Scorsese, good to see you.
Hey, can I sit next to you to watch the Good Long P the movie?
I'm cutting this one too. I have like... That was a debate I was having, and I definitely don't need that clip.
Sure, yeah.
Two very grounded films that take on some harder aspects of life, presented with a very serious tone.
Where were you? Where'd you go? Chuck, you might not see me or hear from me for a while, but I want to let you know I'm gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Why would you come back if you're just gonna
Hello.
go away?
Howdy.
I thought you deserved to know.
I'm gonna cut that off there.
I'm really close with the Texas Chainsaw video.
Nice.
I got about a minute left that I gotta of time I gotta fill, and then I gotta add some music and make everyone's heads bobble.
The head bobble in the final phase.
That he was going to be doing 12 features in
It's
1
always
year.
the final phase. I mean, part of that is because I like to export it without the head bobbles and do a test upload just to see what I need to like trim down.
Mm-hmm.
Although that doesn't really help when you're going up against Paramount. They'll just claim you for whatever. Like, it does not matter how much you cut.
Yeah.
I uploaded like 9 different versions of the Barnyard video, and every single one of them got blocked.
Yeah, they're a bunch of douchebags.
In January of last year, I've only seen features.
They're not consistent.
Viacom has like a specific beef with YouTube from like back in the day.
Well, they're not even specific. Like some my human ranking video. That's all Paramount footage. It was fine. They didn't even claim the video. I was able to make money off of that one. But then I showed the SpongeBob movie and the first TV show movies. But other times they just, when they decide they want to go down hard, they do.
I mean, you're smart in that you limit clips to 6 seconds, but when it's a commentary video, that's kind of hard to do.
No, it's undoable in a commentary video. Yeah. I also fucking hate doing that. I don't like. I part of me feels like it's a good thing because it's like, okay, well, you're not getting lazy and staying on a shot too long. But another part of me is like, sometimes you need to stay on, like, sometimes like the best thing you can do for the editing is to stay on a shot for a minute, though. Not literally a minute, but like, not have to cut constantly. Sometimes it's just like, I'm clearly not replacing the experience of watching the movie. Just let me fucking do this. But no.
I didn't even watch all of his weekly shorts. If I had to guess how many I've seen, it probably would be under 100, to be honest. I liked his work, but I wasn't a massive fan or anything. This project would be what changed that. originally planned on covering these films in order from worst to best, kind of treat this video like a ranking video, but then I thought not only is that maybe a little disrespectful to the many people he collaborated with on this project, you know, just right off the bat say, boom, the one you worked on is the worst one, but I also think that chronologically might be a more interesting way to
Paramount are the most annoying. WB are a little annoying, but they're not like as bad about it. Oh. Disney, to their credit, are pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I am sorry for like right now I'm playing so much of the video, but I'm almost caught up to the timeline where I need to start getting clips. So then I won't have to like listen as much. I'm gonna have to listen, but I'll be like listening like 10-second intervals. So we can just kind of shoot the shit then. I'm sorry that I have everybody. I honest to God, I wasn't sure who was gonna hop on. It's like, oh, everyone's here and I need silence. But I'm almost done. I'm almost caught up. I was just fixing I was really just trimming shit from that intro because I felt like I was playing videos from Joel's channel like way too long. It's hard to figure out what to cut though, because I feel like I like showing the explanations he has, but I also am like, can't just play half of the fucking video in my... I mean, it was never even close to half, but it's still too much.
Because pulling off 12 features in a year would require an insane amount of work, and there's a journey to explore within that itself. Yeah. How did he pull this off?
I mean, this is a convenient one.
I will still offer my ranking at the end of the video.
Use like as long a clip as you need.
I just don't want to introduce any of these
without worrying about getting
this
claimed.
Is the worst one, but I feel okay with ranking them at the end because honestly, I gotta plug something in. I'll be right back. That's like 10 seconds.
Excuse me.
All right. I don't think there's a single bad film in the batch. I've got my preferences. I certainly think some of these movies had more time put into them than others, but I think all 12 of them have value of their own. I'm going to try to avoid major spoilers when talking about this, but obviously if I'm gonna actually discuss my feelings, I'm gonna have to reveal some things about the characters and what happens in the movie. I won't ruin the endings for any of them, so I'm gonna try to give you an idea what the movie's like at the start of each segment, and hopefully if you see something you like, you'll pause the video and check out the film. Every single one of them will be linked, and if you make it to the end of a segment and still aren't sure if it's something you want to watch or not, I'll play a little clip at the end of each movie so you can actually kind of get a feel for what it's like. Maybe that'll convince you. Really want people to check these movies out. They're great. Let's start with the film that started this massive project.
What? No. She's selling these? You can't sell Zapper, bro.
The hero
can't sell Zapper, bro.
Journey, aka My Life.
You can't sell Zap.
Okay, I think I actually need to hold on the poster for this.
Bro.
The hero's journey, aka My Life, aka the Caleb Johnston story. I'm Caleb. Yes, that's the title.
Can use Spiny for that one. Spiny reaction shot. The ultimate cop-out. When I don't know what to put in there, you just put the... What'd you just say to me, motherfucker? What did you say? I didn't hear it.
I said live Spiny reaction.
Live Spiny reaction.
Selling these? You can't sell
can't access audio for the hurt. Why? No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay with that. Play the audio.
No. She's selling these? You can't sell Zapper, bro.
You see, Premiere, listen to me. I just told it no, and it was like, okay. Now there's still that alarming exclamation mark. There, that solves that problem.
The hero's journey, aka My Life, aka the Caleb Johnston story. I'm Caleb. Yes, that's the title.
And it got rid of the Spiny react. What the fuck? Where did this? Okay.
Yes, that's the title. Started the year off with a successful.
I do think it's funny. It kind of makes sense, like home for the holiday sort of thing. But the first movie and the last movie take place in the same area. It ends where it starts. Oh no. Please fill out this form. I am terrified. Okay, this is all. This is all stuff I can do later. Good. Alrighty. Back to. Oh, actually, Matt? Can I show you are you able to look at my screen?
I can.
I'm gonna switch it to Photoshop. Give me your thoughts on this as someone who's at least a little familiar with these movies. And I'll switch the screen on the stream to Photoshop. Not the one that's on right now, but here we go. I'm trying to figure this one out still. It's hard. I was originally going to have them all as reflections in the sky, but I started to like that less. I do need to color correct all of these then to try to make them blend into the picture better, but I'm just trying to fit everyone. I think there's only 2 movies not represented here, and one of them I don't even think I should represent, because I don't know how to, because it's literally just Joel. And he's already in the thumbnail. What's the other one? There's like one more movie I haven't put in yet. I think it's... Oh, Hiccups is missing. I haven't put Hiccups in yet.
I mean, this is kind of a mess right now.
Oh, it's definitely a mess. I'm trying to figure out where to place everyone. I'm happy with the placement for Trent Cube, because where else is that going to go? Your point girl pointing at the title. Joel's obviously got to stay there. I like this little guy down here, like behind his leg. I don't like this one. I don't really like this, but he has no legs, so I have to kind of find a way to incorporate him. Snowman there, I think, is okay. I don't have an issue with that.
I would, like the barrel standing way off in the background, I would move him like a little closer. Make him a little bigger. Put him like right behind those 2.
Maybe he could even be like kind of peeking out behind this.
Yeah. I mean, that's something. That works.
This thing is from Love Celeste, and I hate the way it looks, so I might just try to find another screenshot of it from the film. But I do think that one should be more of like a lurking in the background character.
Honestly, I don't know if you need 12 features 1 year on there if he's already got it written down.
Possibly. I just wanted something to give... There was a thematic purpose there, but it might not work.
At least put something else there, like Joel Haver review or something.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, that could work.
Look like they're tricks.
Going to switch back over to Premiere.
Like that. felt considering how much stuff got to do this alone.
Wow, I took way more of that clip than I realized.
Caleb Johnston's story, I'm Caleb, yes, that's the title, started the year off with a successful launch. The film was released on January 26th, so the film was released on
So what are you all up to?
Watching anime.
Oh, I think that fucking Goofy movie thing came out. Yes.
Oh shit!
Goofy movie documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was today.
Yeah, I saw the advertisements for it.
Oh.
Well, we'll have to check it out one day.
Yeah.
One of these days.
One of these nights.
I don't know if I want to give it up for a movie night pick, but I asked Michael if he wanted to watch it. You guys are also allowed, if you guys are down to as well. It's just I don't know if I want to.
I think it's only fair that you guys can just pick stuff to watch. I mean, like, with how much shit that like Matt and I get us to do outside of like movie night, I think it's only fair that you two can do that as well.
Yeah, no, a Goofy movie is like my favorite Disney movie. So.
Guess just fast blur that then. It's just kind of going to be a white background mainly. Here we go.
January 26th, so things are looking pretty good. On January 26th, so things are looking pretty good so far. Joel has proven getting one of these out. Pretty good so far. Joel has proven getting one of these out in a month is doable. The first film is a mockumentary style movie about a man named Caleb who is documenting a pretty difficult period of his life. A point in his life difficult period of his life. A point in his life where he is homeless and trying to survive with his life. A point in his life where he is homeless and trying to survive without actually taking the necessary steps to do so. He is a character who has had an incredibly hard time growing up.
temperature, and will the oil survive the very snake bites?
Have you decided what you're showing for movie night next time, Matt? No, it's like kind of between two things.
I don't know. I am leaning Little Murders because I really like that film.
Little Murders.
Little Murders, starring the teeny tiny murderer. I think I am gonna still do Robot Dreams next. I keep pushing stuff aside for other movies, so like there's stuff I planned on showing like 2 years ago that keep getting pushed to the back of the line. But I'll do I will do Robot Dreams next.
I uploaded World's Greatest Dad and then never showed it.
The thing is, a lot of the time too, it's like I'm also like holding back on certain ones because I'm like, Matt's gonna like this, but probably only Matt is going to like this. And then some of the ones that I think only you will like, I'm thinking like, there's a great chance Matt has already seen this. Like I wanted to show The Dirties one night, and I'm like, I think Matt might be the only one who would enjoy that, and Matt has probably seen it.
I have seen The Dirties.
It's possible Cass and Mitzi would like it, but I don't know. I really don't. Cass more likely than Mitzi, but I don't even know if Cass would like that one.
Don't worry about my taste in movies. I like the 2000s films of where like nothing movies. So like I can watch anything.
People like what they like though. It's fine. Like I told my sister about us watching Mamma Mia last night on like when I was driving home from work, and she got excited about that conversation.
I know. Look, there's not a lot of movies that I don't like.
Well, welcome back to.
And even if I don't like them, I won't have. I don't really. We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like it, it's not like it's gonna ruin my day. It's more of a I saw that, and then we move on.
Mm-hmm. He is a character who has had an incredibly hard time growing up and doesn't want to experience a single
What is
day
Little
that
Murders
he would call
about?
boring, despite it being in his best interest to actually have a plan that he starts to work towards.
Life in the
Caleb
big
is an
city.
incredibly depressing character in that sense, but he can be pretty funny to listen to as well. I feel like two people could have two completely...
I'm trying to tie this into that Cartoon Network Sheep in the Big City, but I have no way to do it, so just gonna leave it there. Gonna let it die like Cartoon Network let that show die.
Sheep in the Big City.
Yep.
What is that?
A Cartoon Network show for a second.
Man, I don't even know that. Maybe I would if I looked it up. Hold on, let me. Sheep in the Big City. Oh, okay, yeah, I know this. Very distinct art style.
I think you can tell that I watched a fuck ton of Cartoon Network.
Caleb is an incredibly depressing character in that sense.
I was
but he
all
can be
over
pretty
the
funny
place.
to listen to as well. I feel like
Cartoon Network was like my thing. I think Nicktoons was really good though.
It's weird. Like my favorite show was my two favorite shows were from Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, but I was definitely way more of a Cartoon Network kid because I watched like everything on Cartoon Network. Nick and Disney, I was a little more choosy about.
I probably like honestly saw more Disney than anything. It was because I enjoyed it, but then my two little sisters enjoyed it more than anything else. So I would not mind watching a Disney Channel show, but I was also like, if like I didn't make it to the TV first, it was like, well, okay, I'll just sit and join them and watching this. I've watched a lot with those two growing up.
I think that's the thing, is that I'm not an only child, but I'm an only child, and like I've never lived with my siblings, so I had the TV to myself.
Nice. I mean, there was like obviously times where it was annoying to not have access. We did have more than one TV though. But it was just, but normally like parents would be watching something then. But like but you did end up watching stuff that you wouldn't have watched. That was like the one nice thing. That was like the nice thing about my brother actually, is because like my sisters would just watch the same stuff every day, but it was stuff I enjoyed watching. Then my brother would introduce me to like weird shit.
I watched an inordinate amount of Hannah Montana for a show I really did not like because my mother enjoyed it. It was a show my mother wanted to watch.
I saw a lot of that show because of my sisters, and I will say it was the one that I found most boring. I was way happier with Zack and Cody or That's So Raven, where Hannah Montana, I don't know, I felt like after one episode, it's like, all right, I got it. I got it. The blonde wig can't come off because then people will know she's Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana was interesting because like it aired at that time in between shows, so like you inevitably had to watch it at some point because I think it like aired in between like Zack and Cody and whatever. So like it aired alongside those in such a place where it's like, God damn, I have to watch this. I didn't hate it, mind you. I just cannot remember anything about it.
Oh, yeah. God, I thought I remembered something about it, and it turned out what I was thinking of was a joke from iCarly and not Hannah Montana. I'm like, wow.
Boomerang. I liked Boomerang too. Yeah, I mean,
I loved Boomerang.
Samurai Jack was a show I couldn't process because it was the first like serialized show I think I discovered. That or Jackie Chan, because Jackie Chan adventures confused me because there was episodes where one guy was a villain and I've told this story like a million times, but there was a character that was a villain in some episodes, and in some episodes he wasn't, clearly because he was a redeemed. Yeah, he was like a redeemed villain, but in my head I was just like, well, why is he fucking attacking them again? That doesn't make sense. But then Samurai Jack, the way my brother described it when it came out, he said, oh, it's a show that doesn't end. And what he meant by that is it had a continuing storyline. I interpreted it as it literally isn't going to have an ending and it's going to go on forever.
It did until we were adults, so.
Yeah. But I didn't like serialized television when I was younger. Now it's like mainly what I want out of a show, but don't get me wrong, I appreciate shows like Smiling Friends that just kind of come out and do their own thing each episode. Even like Rick and Morty, you can't like say it's completely episodic anymore, even though it seems like it wants to be.
It's mostly episodic. They throw just enough story in.
I've been okay with how they've been handled the last 2 seasons. I was very annoyed with them during 4 and 5. I felt like I'll actually go as far as to say I think I was a little bit more forgiving of them in the past, but I actually think 4 and 5 is more bad than good.
I think. Can I comment on Cartoon Buffoon's thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you might have already done it. I think I enjoy Johnny Quest more now because of Venture Brothers.
I probably would, looking back at it now too. Venture Bros is like, to me, that's a great example of doing serialized while keeping it like episodic at points. I think they do a way better job of that than Rick and Morty did.
Yeah, I don't even really think I have no interest in going back to Rick and Morty in any way.
I'm still a fan. I'm glad I stuck with it, but I understand why so many people are disinterested in it now. But I'm a fan of it still. I think it picked itself back up. I'm glad I stuck around. I'll say that.
Rick and Morty suffers from that same thing that certain comic books suffer from for me, of where there's a decision narratively that exists and I can't get around it, so I just drop it.
Yeah, I also think, and I mean, I hate to say it, but the show definitely lost one of its like main voices, but it lost it before the allegations came out because like he kind of wanted less to do with the show when Dan brought new writers on.
I mean, to be fair here, I could care less about him. No, I don't mean to be rude. But,
no, I could same, and I was actually like a lot of people were getting tired of his shtick because it just did the same shit over and over anyway.
Yeah.
Like that. I mentioned it before. That High on Life game. Zach Hadel and Joel Haver were really funny in it. They did a couple of roles in it. That they were the I couldn't fucking stand Justin in that game. I really couldn't. It was just like so much. It was just like pick a fucking write new jokes, please.
I think my issue with Rick and Morty is for instance, Batman Beyond ruined forever for me because of like the implicated romance between Batgirl and Batman, and I'm like, nope. You guys keep bringing it up. I don't want to hear about it. And then it's like the Morty baby, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, oh no, I fucking despise them for making that episode, and I hope that they don't return to it, because they did return to it immediately, and I just, that was fucking disgusting. That wasn't funny. And the fact that they tried to bring it back as a more serious toned plot beat, it wasn't like completely taking itself seriously, but they gave it like the sad, sappy backstory. I'm like, no, this is not one of the things I'm going to take seriously from you guys. Knock it off.
Like, it also continued, and I'm sorry that I'm like, it's just those kind of jokes are just not my kind of thing.
I think Rick and Morty was better than that, so it annoyed me.
No, yeah, that particular episode, I was like, this is some shit Family Guy would do. You know, I would be okay with this on Family Guy. You guys are better than this.
Yeah.
And then, like, the fortune cookie episode, which, although it being funny, I just...
That one... the only thing with that one is I think that one's hilarious, and I think it found a way to make that joke work, but it would be a lot less weird if that wasn't their, like, 5th time doing an episode about that. Because that's what bothers me about it, is they already had one that season about that. Zach Hadel and Joel Haver do not do a lot in that game, mind you. Like, I'm saying they were the only parts I liked. Yeah, I did not like most of the game. Zach Hadel did have one other character that was like actually a bigger character than the Gatekeeper. There's a bear that's dying in one scene, and I actually think that's funnier than the gate scene. Joel Haver, I'm pretty sure, only did stuff in the commercials that you can see on the TV screens.
I'm just kind of done with Rick and Morty, and it's not that I don't think it's wrong for anybody to like it. It's just I also feel like personally, I'd like them to shit the turd on if they're doing a story or not.
Yeah, I'm okay with where they're at now, but it took them a while to pick themselves back up. I'm okay with them doing the story slowly. I just didn't like it whenever they returned to it. They acted like annoyed and passive aggressive about it, because it's like, all right, well, now you're not funny or interesting. Good job.
Really need a story for Rick and Morty, and so
we don't have to have one, but they set a good one up. That's the problem.
The problem is they set it up, and then they're like, "Oh, we don't want to do it," and it's like, then why did you set it up?
It's literally that SpongeBob meme.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to like seem cool, which is like a weird way to put that, but like I think it's like them trying to be like, oh, we're too cool to have an ongoing story, like we're being episodic, you know, like the classic shows. We're not gonna have a storyline because we're too good for that. And then like they know people want them to have a storyline because like they did set like a really good one up, like they set up a really good idea, and then they were just like, oh yeah, just so you guys know, we're doing this, but we're still too cool for it. We're still better and smarter than everybody else.
I think Dan Harmon has like an obsession with being meta, and I'm honestly okay with that, because a lot of time, like, it's what created Abed, you know, like it's definitely when I this is another point I've made. I've talked about it with you guys specifically, is it's like Abed is like the anti Rick and Morty, because he's doing all this self-aware shit too, but he's doing it out of love and not out of I hate this.
Yeah,
like
no, that's the thing Community does way better than Rick and Morty, is like Rick and Morty has to like roll their eyes as they do a trope. Community is like, oh yeah, we're doing the trope.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the way to look at like how the writer of The Boys is versus the show. Despite how you feel about it, the show The Boys really likes The Boys, where the writer hates superheroes so much that you can feel it.
And the show is really fun too. You know,
Never read the fucking comic. It's good if you like The Boys, but holy shit, is it a fucking. It's like nobody's good and nobody ever will be good. Fuck you for even thinking that they're gonna be good.
I would be open to reading it just because I am okay with something cynical as long as it like is either interesting or funny. It's
not even cynical. It's just openly being like, "Hey, fuck you for liking superheroes. If you like them, you're wrong. Fuck you. No good."
I'm definitely not dying to read it. I would be okay with like reading an issue and just seeing how different it is and seeing like, well, okay, do I like this? But honest to God, I like the show so much that I probably wouldn't like it based on what you're describing.
My problem with it as a comic book person regularly, I'm not as big as Olivia is, but I think the thing is, like, it's one of those things of if you're writing a comic book about hating superheroes, it's like you don't have to write it. Like, we get it, but you know, you don't have to do it.
There is some stuff in the comics I do prefer, but overall the show is way better. The issue is a lot of stuff isn't funny in it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've seen screenshots from the comic, and it doesn't look like something I would be that into, honestly.
I feel like if you're going to make any kind of like critical story, like you're gonna make a book, a movie, a show, whatever,
satire, I guess.
Like that is being critical of a specific thing. You have to at least come from a place of like genuine heart and understanding where the good of something comes from, because I do not think the problem with The Boys is that it is criticizing superheroes. I think there is plenty to criticize in the genre and the concept, but you also have to understand like the good and the heart of it and understand from a different perspective and give grace to that perspective.
Well, yeah, I feel like
spirited.
Two amazing satire films are Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, same director, same trilogy, and both like Hot Fuzz is made like a police action film, and Shaun of the Dead is shot like a zombie movie. They match. They are definitely mocking the genre to an extent, but they're also paying homage to it to a point where they both belong in those said genres now. Even though they are taking a more comedic approach. Hot Fuzz is a cop movie. Shaun of the Dead is a zombie movie. Then you have, and I haven't even seen this movie, but I've seen clips and I can tell. Then you have Seth MacFarlane's A Million Ways to Die in the West, where it doesn't even look like, it looks like something that he just shot, like, it looks like a fucking sitcom. Because he doesn't like play with the colors at all. He doesn't play with the shots at all. It looks, yes, the setting is the Western, but it's not, it doesn't feel like a Western at all.
I feel like the thing is the biggest issue is the term that we haven't used yet is The Boys is a deconstruction of the superhero genre.
Yeah.
But the deconstruction, and there is loving deconstruction, such as Batman: The Dark Knight, Returns. There is the deconstruction of Batman as a character, and I enjoy that one. Invincible is argumentatively one of them as well.
I would say so. I think the thing with The Boys that's interesting is that it is like saying like, look, it's superhero. Yeah. Is like people. I'm aware like Invincible is like following the books a lot more closely than The Boys is. But the thing with The Boys, like the show that I find really interesting, is it is definitely like taking a look at the hero, saying, hey, if superheroes existed, there would be a Homelander. There would be people like this. It would be. Like it wouldn't be the most sincere thing on the planet. It wouldn't be as wholesome as it is in like the Marvel movies, but then it actually does have like legitimate heroes in the story, and I think that's what makes it interesting. I think that initial idea is fun to explore, but it can't be the whole show. It can't be all there is to it.
It's not entirely cynical. It's not so deep in its cynicism that it forgets that there is good that exists.
Like, for instance, another one... Oh, go on.
I know lots of people have said this before, but like the reason why something like, and I know this is completely off from the other stuff we've talked about, but like King of the Hill works so well is because they treat their characters like they're human. It is a criticism of conservatives. It is a criticism of that like kind of group of, you know, Southerners in Texas and whatever, but it's not just wholly cynical. It's not just shitting on them. They're people. They're human beings.
I think that's kind of the catch too, right? Is it's not 100% criticizing either. Some of the points that they have are humanizing and understandable to a degree. And I think the strongest point of that is that they mention that the characters can be wrong and can be right. And they're humans, as you said, which is the greatest aspect.
Yeah.
I think a cynical deconstruction that I like of superhero comics is Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like I feel like that's what The Boys is. If you gave them superpowers, Kick-Ass is like, you know, no one has superpowers. What would it look like?
But I do think there is a sincerity to Kick-Ass. I don't think it's 100% cynical.
No, there is, and that's kind of the thing.
Like Kick-Ass himself, he like doesn't feel pain, right?
He's not supposed to. Yeah.
Which is just something that
that's like almost a superpower.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he still gets his ass kicked.
That's kind of how Novocaine treated it. Actually, they're like saying, "Oh, it's like a superpower," but then it's like, yeah, he can still have like the wind knocked out of him. You know, he can still pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think because like I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with the cynical take. It's just you can't be miserable and cynical and expect people to enjoy.
But that's what I'm saying. It can't be 100% cynical. If you're just drowning in the cynicism, it's like it's no good. It's not going to do you any good. There has to be something else going for it. It can't be all cynicism.
You guys can keep talking, but I'm just so you are aware, I am going to start playing this again and listening.
Yeah.
But you guys, I think I can hear it enough where you guys can keep going. Just know on the stream there'll be something playing over it.
People could have two completely different experiences with this movie. One person could just see the whole thing as a simple comedy and laugh at this pathetic character, or someone could watch this character and feel sad or annoyed or angry. But that just makes for an interesting character.
Adult cartoons. That's really it. I don't have any more to go on it. They say they're bringing it back, and I'm tentatively excited.
What's coming back?
King of the Hill.
Oh yeah. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with it. I'm sad that Dale's not going to be in it now.
I mean, yeah, but that's, you know,
that's life. I get it.
Annoyed or angry, but that just makes for an interesting.
I am so curious to see.
Expect a lot of really flawed people in these films. That's definitely something that Joel does well.
Today's time, because if you don't mind me getting slightly political, conservatism, and if you do, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Conservatism is very different than when King of the Hill was on. So, seeing how that goes is interesting enough. They might not even touch upon it. But it would be interesting to see how Hank handles it, because Hank's the complex character, and I'd like to see where Bobby is in life. And I just, it's really one of those shows that doesn't need to come back, but I'm excited that it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're aging the characters up, which I think is interesting.
Yes.
Do you know in the original pitch for King of the Hill, Hank was supposed to be like in his early 30s, and the studio was like, no, we want him to be 40. So Mike Judge literally just took the character sheet and wrote age 40 on it. He did not change the character at all.
Expect a lot of really flawed people in these films. That's definitely something that Joel does well. The interesting thing about this movie is it's actually an adaptation. Caleb was a character that Joel used to play in his shorts. And
I mean, Dario was already a character on Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
and Hank, there was a character on Beavis and Butthead who was like proto Hank Hill.
Yeah, same voice and like kind of like a less in-depth version of Hank. He really is more so just there as like a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That character had some time to shine in the movie, so I'm pretty familiar with him now.
I think the reason why I don't know if I can count Daria 100% is because, like, Daria definitely is in Beavis and Butthead, but, like, the show is vastly different.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
It's definitely where it comes from, but that's kind of maybe just where it ends.
I think they reference Beavis and Butthead once on all of Daria. She, like, mentions the town she's from in one episode.
She was in the new movie for Beavis and Butthead for, like, just as, like, a background appearance. She doesn't say anything, but she was there.
I think it would be funny to see Beavis and Butthead in the Daria style. Like, what they would look like. They're pretty scrungly guys, and the Daria art style is very smooth.
Do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to mute it, and you keep skipping.
I wonder what a Daria reboot would look like today, though. I know a lot of people like Daria, but I don't know how much. Like, you know?
Yeah. I mean, she's a pretty classic character. Lots of people like her.
I've never watched much Daria.
I haven't seen it, actually.
I haven't watched much of it either, but...
Oh. The question everyone is wondering, is that boy still not right?
No.
Yes.
He's a little to the left.
Alright.
What's up, Luster?
Luster is in the house.
Did you say Luster?
Bluster.
Leo Luster?
Leo Luster? He's here? In my the house? interesting thing about this movie is it's actually an adaptation. Caleb was a character that Joel used to play in Son of a shorts. bitch. And some of these How did previous you find installments me? actually kind
You know what? He needs to be in the new Donkey Kong game or I'm rioting.
Several of the other characters.
What's up? Ay. How long is that going to take to fucking download?
Cass, you've probably heard about this. What do you have to say about Nintendo releasing a button that will charge you?
One more time to cut out a little bit.
Well, what do you have to say about the button that will charge you money that Nintendo made? If you press the button, give them money.
Oh, the C button?
Yeah.
I thought the C button was just for, like, video chat.
I mean, it does cost you money to do it, though.
Oh.
I mean, you have to be part of the Nintendo
There'd be
Online.
I don't trust. Okay. I mean, I don't really trust Nintendo to do that. I think I would just stay on Discord, honestly. they didn't even have a very.
Be like a super boss. Sorry.
I don't even think that they really demonstrated it working that well. And Baxter Bunny. I'm sorry, Mr. Chat's Baxter Bunny. Welcome to Baxter Bunny 2. Diarrhea, cha-cha. There was a movie called Diarrhea Brothers in here. Maybe you saw that.
It's like a home videos way. There was a,
There's a diarrhea movie.
There was a diarrhea. Did you see that movie?
It was a
Pretty good movie.
diarrhea-focused movie that passed the Bechdel test.
There's not actually like a lot of diarrhea. Like it's more implied.
You don't see the diarrhea. It's just the diarrhea is definitely there.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, I think that it's stupid that the voice chat is paid, but that also kind of I feel like if you own a Switch, you probably own like I think it's as dumb as owning like PSN, right? Like
if it's just part of Nintendo Switch Online, you would need that to play online anyway, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think you need a whole button for it.
No, but you know,
That's weird to me.
If you accidentally press it, that's 2 years of Nintendo Switch Online you just signed up for. Non-negotiable.
I don't even know if it's that, like, whatever. I think it's like a button that they don't allow you to do. I would have known if Nintendo chose me for their Nintendo thing, but they didn't. They chose some YouTubers instead. But I'm bothered about that.
We have a question for Cass.
It just seems ridiculous to have something that's supposed to be optional built into the hardware. Like, come on.
I think it's a weird thing because I can't complain about it because I'm on NSO, so like it's not like it affects me realistically. It sucks, but like I feel like
I do think this means that we're getting a camera.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool if they have like other fun ways you can play with it that you don't have to pay for.
Cass, what is your opinion on $80 games with physical copies costing $90, but the point of owning physical copies is kind of worthless nowadays?
Off the one with the button, it's like Michael, you and even all of us. It doesn't really affect us much because of the fact that you guys are on NSO. So
it
sucks,
doesn't really mean
also,
anything.
like, it sucks, but if you're going to either play games online, right? It's probably already built in. Like you already probably have online. The $90 thing sucks, but also we just found out recently because Nintendo decided to be late on this one. That's not 100% true about the physical copies.
One day, Spiny Norman will be popular enough to receive review copies of Sonic games from Sega. Yes, you guys they're already stealing all of my ideas. They could just put me on that.
Start sending them, yeah. The thing about the $90 though is I see the fear of it, but it's not a thing yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Nintendo's gonna go back on that one. Honestly.
Here's the problem: I'm not worried about Nintendo. I'm worried about Sony. Like Sony's the one that started it, right? They're the ones that got us to $70 games, and Grand Theft Auto is the one that might finally break it because they're like Rockstar is playing with the idea of the game being $100. So, as much as I want to blame Nintendo for it, I think it's going to actually be Rockstar and Sony and Microsoft that push that.
Sony is going to be like, no, Nintendo's just going to have a press conference with like a 10-year-old boy there saying, well, Sony started it.
Yeah.
We do have a camera confirmed. They have some really fun stuff for Mario Jamboree. Never going to use it, though. I don't think Sega may ever send Spiny Games to review due to past incidents. What did I do? What'd I do? This is just referring to a lot of stuff.
Despite the past incidents, they send copies to worse people. Anyways, yeah, no, I think that the thing is that we should be very aware of it. The games are $80, which I already think is pushing it, but they've recently said that it's going to be an ebb and flow thing of where, depending on,
like where the market's at or whatever.
Depending on where the market's at and also the development is what is going to cause the game. So like indie games are going to be lower, of course, and Nintendo games are going to probably be in the 60 or 70 rating. Now, what that being, or 80 rating, that doesn't mean that it's not out of the question for them to be 90. It's just the price discrepancy isn't as high as they said it was. Again, that doesn't mean that they won't do it though.
I think if video games as a whole start costing, because I think $70 is insane, but I think as a whole, if they start costing a penny more than $70, like people are just gonna stop buying these video games. Like, I get it, there is a lot of people who are loyal to, you know, the AAA games and then the studios and whatnot. I get that. But a lot of people who aren't are just going to be like, there's trillions of indie games out there that cost less and essentially give you the same experience for a lot of them. Also piracy. There's going to be a lot more of that. Like, I think the more and more they start ramping up prices, the less and less they're going to get on a return, because, like, video games are great. I love video games. I consider myself a gamer. They're not, like, $80 great. They're not... I'm not spending a penny more than $70 on a fucking game. Well, especially when there are so many of them. There's, again, trillions of games out there that cost so much less. Old games, indie games, piracy again. I'm not saying I'll do it, but I'm saying plenty of people are gonna.
No, piracy is making a comeback. Piracy is definitely... I'm not even saying... It's not even really just of games. Piracy is just going to be making a comeback. Because
already has.
Yeah, it's the less convenient you make something for someone, the more that's going to be a thing.
Like, understand. I at the very least understand video games being expensive, because they take a lot of, time and energy and effort and a lot of work on people's part to create, and a lot of the times you're not going to be reselling or re-releasing. It's not a need. It's not something people are going to continuously buy. It's going to go into circulation, and it's going to lower prices as time goes on. Like, I get that. I get video games being expensive, but more expensive than $70 fucking dollars? No, absolutely not.
So some very
Anyways, I think it's a massive fucking scam for these companies to be charging us to use our own fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
What if they give us
that's
Hotel
just in
Mario?
general, yeah.
What if they give us Hotel Mario for the Nintendo Switch Online subscription if you use the Switch too? Okay, yeah, then I think that would fix everything.
Fuck that. I worked too hard to get that footage of Hotel Mario.
Spider-Man, please tell me your thoughts on the extremely contentious topic that is Sonic power scaling. I don't know.
$70 fucking dollars. $80 fucking dollars. $90 fucking dollars.
When I play as Sonic, I normally win, so he's probably the strongest.
I've never played a single video game that was good enough to pay $90 for.
That's the problem, is that I disagree. The issue is, they're not, right? Like, there's games like Ghost of Tsushima, Metal Gear, and I feel like they're worth that price, but the issue is they are not that price, so I don't see the purpose of it, right? Because, like, these games with bigger open worlds and phenomenal stories, I can see the worth of it, but the fact that they were only $60 is where I'm like, you can stay there, they can stay there, you don't need to go higher. I can see where prices could go up argumentatively, but there's a standard for a reason. And it's really funny on how I understand where we're having this conversation now, but this is also not a new conversation either. With the technology of the Super Nintendo back in the day, games like Star Fox, Chrono Trigger, and anything with the FX chip, even Yoshi's Island, they were back to $80, right? Even I think even $90 if you want to count for inflation, a little higher even. So there was a time in gaming where games with higher graphical whatevers were the standard pricing, were higher than the standard pricing, and they did pretty good. It's just the issue is they stopped doing that, right? The technology eventually caught up. So this isn't a new thing in the pricing of games being almost $80 to $80. I still don't think they're worth it to this point, especially, let's talk about this, especially since Mario Kart looks like it could still be played on the Wii, and the Switch too. I mean, Switch proper, right? That one's going to be $80, and outside of it, it needs to run perfectly almost. The frame rate should not be dipping. I shouldn't have to decide between frame rate and performance. That's where I'd argue, sure, I'll pay $80, but you know damn well that's not going to happen. Just look at their presentation, right? Like, there's just too much there that's not worth the 80. We're not technologically there yet, and we never probably will be, because the standard of pricing should stay at 60 to 70.
I do think I'm gonna dip now. This was gonna be a smaller one just because I got some stuff I need to finish up. But thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you, chat, for tuning in. I'm sorry. We got some good conversations. I do not think I can. I don't think I can do work in progresses where I'm doing audio. It's just not going to be practical. So I'm not going to do that again. But if it's a drawing or doing visuals, then
if you wanted me to shut up, you could have just told me to shut up.
no, because at a point it's just I have people. I don't need to be. If I ever do another one of these, I'm doing it solo because there's just no reason to have people on and then not be able to talk. So I don't know why I thought that would work, but
shut up.
But I will for future work in progresses, it'll probably just be like visuals that I don't need to hear audio for, because then I can easily talk over that, or at least won't have to interrupt anyone else talking. But anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Peace out.
Good night.